They're probably going to stay, I think. Yeah.
They're all mind-only masters.
Hang on, I'm just getting this cursor ready. Let's see here. Okay, and then no, this, yes. Oh. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Can you see me? Can you see my screen?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. We can see it.
Very
Right.
clear.
Can you see yourselves on my screen?
No.
No. Just
let me
whatever.
see the word perfect thing. The word, sorry.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Sashi and all that. Okay. Okay, Nick, you got the right one. This is Nick's progress report. He has finished 60 folio faces. We've got some appendix stuff. We've got 44 pages total. If we do so Gyaltsab J made some notes of a teaching that Tsongkhapa gave on this book. And it's another 25% on top of Nick's book. And 33%. And we're gonna try to append it, make it an appendix, or join the two books, because now we're going fast enough. I think we can do it. And we're gonna finish Nick's text in about 4 classes this term. Wow. We'll finish the text by Gyaltsab J, and then we'll start the lecture notes by Gyaltsab J, and we'll see if we want to continue it or not. Either it's going to be a nice review of the whole book, or it's going to be so much the same that maybe we want to move on to another book. Okay.
Okay.
And I got another book for Nick already.
What's
Wow.
it?
What's
I have to talk it over with him.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my goal is to do all of Nagarjuna with you before we both go to the big corral in the sky.
My beard's already getting a little gray.
Oh.
You're lucky to have any hair, young man. Okay, it's better on your face than in your ears, I'll tell you.
Huh?
You'll understand later.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So Nick has split the Sanskrit text. Do you want to talk about it? Let's see. So far, I should be. I'm not clear on my own rules yet.
That's what I thought.
The I changed to Y. I haven't been splitting it off. You know what I mean? Because you can't pronounce it. You see what I mean? But so I'm gonna for now I'm gonna keep to my own ridiculous rules. Ityagata, that's good. Sango is good. Vaigragyan is perfect. Why did you do an N here?
Because there's a ta after it, and so
good. You go to the same
place in the mouth.
Yeah, you go to the same row, right? Okay. Okay, good. Yeah.
Again, John Campbell just said in the chat, how about iti agata? And I was thinking the same thing.
I don't want to take things out of Sandhi. I know we could do that, but that would be a mess. That would take years, you know.
Yeah, you want to join it above also?
Yeah.
It should have been. I think whoever.
I probably split.
That's that check.
Is it?
No, I think it's the different scholars do it different ways. Is it possible it was drawn like that? No.
No, I was going to say, is it possible that your rule that you're looking to identify yourself has something to do with not splitting a diphthong?
Well, I don't know what a diphthong is. No. Yeah, just kidding.
Vowel sounds, right?
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't split a diphthong.
And it kind of is, right? Tiaga.
Well, technically, you can't pronounce ITY. If you pronounce
Christina
it,
says it's a Sunday.
you can't pronounce it. You see what I mean? If you make any A sound after the Y, you have two syllables, and then you messed it up.
Right.
See, because there is no vowel after the Y.
Makes sense. It would throw off the meter.
Yeah, it would throw off the meter.
Yeah.
Somebody would say "edi agata." You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And okay.
Cool. Okay.
Good luck defending my rules later in your life. Okay.
Well, that one's pretty good. I think I like that.
Vivek Tan, good. Yantin Nevertam. It's perfect, Nick. Yay. Not that you're perfect, just your.
Trust me, I'm not going to have that misconception anytime soon.
Okay, I'm upgrading it to italics, which means it's ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Christina's asking, do you want a long A in the second verse?
What she means by that?
No, do we want to do two A's? No, because the goal of the pronunciation is the closest English equivalent. And English doesn't have long A's and short A's, not that kind. It doesn't have and you see what I mean? It's either an A or it's not an A. So, some people try to put two A's or something like that. And you could do that, but I think it's not normal in English. We don't have two A's, except for aardvark or something like that. So, it's just not normal. The point of pronunciation is very clear, and it's universally misunderstood. It should be the closest normal English equivalent, so there shouldn't be any special signs or anything that's very unusual for English. Okay, and you'll get used to it, don't worry. And then later you'll see how ridiculous it is when people mix up these two. It's a sign of an unclear mind, actually, and rarely do people who do that are they able to translate accurately. Okay, this is Nick's.
We're mixed nuts. We know that. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you should know by now, but probably I'll be saying it from my grave. Okay. We're going to do the checks, Nick. And I checked your translation, and it's all good, except I'm going to make 1 point, and we'll get to it, okay?
Oh, did I go ahead here? And
you did. You did.
Cool.
And it was pretty good, actually. Okay. There's one mistake that I'll show you. That's not an easy thing. Okay. So I would give you a 92 or something like that. Okay, which from me is the big thing. All right. So Nick's gonna pronounce, and I don't know. So Gang's the only one who criticizes people well. I guess it's because you have kids. Okay, let's go.
He's a good checker.
Or wife. Where's Shintian, Sugang?
No, she's somewhere. She's coming shortly.
She's somewhere. I knew she was somewhere. That's
Sorry.
She's behind the green veil there, behind some.
Oh, okay. All right, Nick. That green looks to me like cough syrup, but okay. Let's go, you guys. Let's go.
Depakam pa namni sup la sukpa la duk nyam tu tul shinma yimpar gila jebe chakpa kewarn gyurla sup dang.
Okay, stop there. Okay. By the way, my wife says I interrupt you more than anyone in the world, and I think she may be accurate. I mean, I interrupt everybody, but somehow I interrupt Nick more. Okay, we're going to treat this in 3 pieces, which is what he wants to do. Okay, so what's a dupakamba?
Someone in the desire realm.
Yeah. And they have duk towards suk.
Yeah, they're attracted to forms and so forth.
But wait, we thought duk was suffering.
We did, because it is, but it also means that they're attracted to, it also means attractive.
Yeah, without the ngel, it means attracted or beautiful. So this is a very strange word. Ngel means, what does ngel mean by itself?
Sleep?
Yeah, it means to be tired. Like ngel so gyap is common Tibetan for take a rest. So probably do ngel means your attractive got worn out or something.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, something like that. Okay. So they're attracted to nyam do. Okay.
Thinking.
Yeah, and that thinking is Sulshin Mayimba.
Is what again?
Sulshin Mayimba. That's an idiom. It doesn't mean Sultrim or it's an idiot. I mean an idiom. Sulshin Mayimba.
A different way? Or?
Yeah, it means wrong, wrongly. Okay, they have a wrong take on things. When they have ice cream, they think, oh, this is attractive. Okay.
That's a good one for the girls.
Then yila chepa means they bring it to mind that way. And then they chapake.
The desire springs forth.
Yeah, so that's option one. Okay. People in the desire realm look at nice things and they get desire. Okay, that's option number one. Now here's option number two. Please read to the next till I interrupt you again.
Suktang sukme kampanam tele ndokte midupar yila chepe dechak ngung gyur tang trel la pakpa.
Stop.
No. Okay.
Stop.
La.
Okay. Then what's a suk and sukme kamba?
People in the form and formless realms.
Yeah, Dele Ndok. I like your prenasal there.
Dele Ndok.
It could have been Zlok, Z-L-O-G, same.
Right. Ndok.
Get back from that?
So the opposite. Okay, the opposite. They're the opposite. Okay, so people in the desire realm, they see something nice, they get desire. People in the form and formless realm are the opposite. When they see something midupa,
Right.
when they bring something midupa to mind, they get dechak tel.
They are free from. They get freed from desire.
Yeah, they lose their natural desire. In other words, they get disgusted or upset. So is it possible in the form and formless realms to have a really, truly unhappy mind? Yes or no?
Yeah.
When?
When you're going to die.
Yeah, the last few days. I think it's the last 3 days or something. And the suffering in the last 3 days is bigger than the 10,000 years before that you are Iron Man or Superman or Wonder Woman. So, yeah, so the point here, I think, Nick, is that then they have discussed for what's not beautiful. That's their big thing. And then the people in the desire realm get desire for beautiful things, okay? So there's two different reactions here. One is to beautiful things and one is to ugly things, okay? And they freak out, okay? And what's the third choice? Here we go, Pakpa.
Pakpanam ki yume
desire?
keep, oh, sorry.
What'd you say?
The Mungyur, it's just like they're just free of like manifest. It's just
exactly. Manifest, yeah. Mm-hmm. Manifest desire.
So I got that part right.
Good point. Good point. Yeah.
So, but that line of my translation, I'll need to change then. That was
okay. That otherwise your translation is perfect, and I enjoyed the italics and everything. It was well done. Yep.
I will switch it up. Thanks.
Okay. And it's a weird point. It's not something you normally see, right?
Pakpanam ki gyume kibutar rangshin ki wempar tongne nyangen lende pe depa topar gyoro.
Yeah, if you want to be really sexy in your Tibetan pronunciation, say embar, embar,
Right.
embar. Yeah.
Embar.
I don't know why, just with the dengbu. Okay. All right. Translate.
Realized beings see things as apparitions, devoid of self-nature, and thus are able to reach nirvana.
Yeah. What's the kibu?
Let me see. Oh yeah, look at that. That's Gyume Kebu, so it's like illusory people.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. So you might want to adjust the translation slightly. Yeah, it's a manifest. It's a magical. It's an illusion of a person. Okay. Yeah.
See things as apparitions. So I guess I kept keeping it with whatever I did in the root text, in which
which you have to do. You don't have a choice.
Yeah.
And it's not totally. It's maybe not even worth changing, but think about it. Okay.
I guess I was thinking apparition often includes like something like a ghost or something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. And I like the word apparition. I think it's a good selection. And I'm almost willing to let it go for Kibu. Yeah. Okay. And because they see those magical people, right? Illusions. What's Rangshingi Emba mean?
Devoid. Devoid of self-nature.
Yeah, devoid of any nature of their own. And then they achieve nirvana. 3 reactions to the world. Okay, cool.
So would you say then they're able to, or that they do?
Yeah, it's a good question. I'm asking myself, why did I say able?
I like the able.
But it's not in the Tibetan, is it?
It's kind of implied by the future tense here. Yeah, gyoro.
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of implied by the tense. So I think that's a good selection. Yeah. Okay. Keep going, Senor Nick.
Sheep terpe penula sosor shepatang juktu to. Sugeng, you can smash me if I mess up. I think I did all right so far, but don't be scared.
You did so well.
Oh, if you keep talking like that, he's going to send you $100. Okay. Part 4. What's Tarpe opinion, Nick?
Benefits of freedom.
Yeah. And what's going to happen?
There's going to be an explanation of each one and then a summary.
Good translation. Nothing to say about it. And I always put, for you guys, I just put, so you know where you are in your whole book. We finished Tendel, Tadel, Temba, demonstration that dependent origination is free of all extremes. Pungsok Suba Changden Dudupa. Buddha's early statements in the first turning of the wheel were figurative because he didn't mention emptiness. Pumbo Shenbinyimi, why there's problems with thinking that your body and mind are self-existent. And now we're actually getting very close to the end of the book. And he's trying to sell us on the benefits of freedom. Yay. It's really exciting for me that you all survived 4 or 5 years of work. It's the first time it's ever happened in my life. So congratulations. Keep going. Dambala.
Thank you. Yes, please keep going, Geshe-la.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
The first of these, Tangpola, Bangpe Yinten Tang, Dokpe Yinten No. So first of these has 2
What's
parts.
the first of these?
Yeah. The
separate explanation of
each one.
the benefit.
of each of the
Okay.
benefits.
Mm-hmm.
The virtue of giving things up and the virtue of having realizations.
I challenge you to relate this sentence to the word for Buddha in Tibetan.
Oh, sangye. So giving things up would be the sang, like the purified, the having purified all the negativities, and the gye is widespread. So the Buddha's got lots of big realizations, I guess.
Exactly. Can you do it for Changchup?
Jang, same thing, right? Purified. And chup is like
Chup is to
achieve.
Chup means to grasp. Yeah.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so realization, right? Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Good. Okay, good. Nice. Yeah, so he's playing with the word Buddha here. Okay. And Buddha can mean either thing. All right.
Wow. That's freaking.
Unfortunately,
that's so subtle.
we don't have. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's no Sanskrit for the next one. So let's go straight to the sentence. I'm sorry the sentences are so long, but I didn't write them. All right. Venerable Utpala, you ready?
Thank you.
Okay. Ngupo la lokpar ngumpar shempe shebe kebe korwar dungyang ki ngumpar dungpar jepe dechak la sokpe nyomong
Chak.
de chak la sokpe nyenmong pa ni kyun yimpe nyomong pe kyunam kang yimpa temi jung ngo.
Beautiful.
Yeah. This sentence doesn't actually make sense, but let's see why. Let's see why. And he's playing with us. Okay. So if you have a state of mind, shepa, which is shemba.
Attached.
Yeah, exactly. Or believes strongly in ngopos.
Believes in things.
Good. Lokpa.
Incorrectly.
Yeah. If you have a state of mind which believes in things incorrectly, thinking the pen comes from the pen, or your partner comes from not getting enough sleep or something, then that state of mind, kepas korwa.
That state of mind brings about samsara.
Yeah. Where we are dunga by dunga.
We're tormented by sufferings.
Good. Okay.
And
the problem that makes this all happen is the nyomba ni.
The afflictions themselves, like desire.
Good. Therefore, these nyomongs minjung.
Don't come.
Well, what kind of logic is that? Okay.
I see what you mean, but it looks like it's saying kyun yin bei, like from having these problems, the problems don't come.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. The sentence doesn't make sense. Okay, I'll say it again. There's these problems. Yeah, they're caused by thinking of things the wrong way, and guess what? They don't happen. Okay, and he's not talking self-existently or something cute like that. Okay. Right. He wants you to leap to the next sentence. Okay. Kangla.
Whoever.
No, for who? Okay. Got it? These problems never happened for Kangla.
Those who understand directly the meaning of dependence.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. So we cannot split these sentences.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're in big trouble. And so just to remind us, by the way, why did I split it? There was an O with 2 commas, which is a universal split. Okay, we have to put that. Okay.
Yeah.
We have to put it that.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going. Utpala, keep going.
Te chi tabu shena ngopo tang ngopo mebe Ngo ma mikpe ngapo tang ngapo mepar namparte sampatak bane tong par tokshing yongsu shepao.
Cool.
Good. Well, how does that work? How does it work that you don't get those negative emotion problems? Well, if you mamikpa ngopos and ngopomepos,
If you don't see stuff and things which aren't stuff.
You don't see things as
yeah. Okay. And the absence of stuff. Good. Then you number, he wants you to read number with tok. Okay. So number tok, and then he explains the number for you. Okay. So he wants you to totally get it about things and things that aren't things. And when I say totally, I mean I want you to get it sambatapane.
Sampatakpane.
understand it to the extent.
You can say nying tapane sometimes.
Get grasp the essence of it.
From your heart, from deep in your heart. Okay, from deep inside you.
From the depths of your mind.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you gotta understand it. You gotta ship. Okay.
Yongsu Shepa.
Now, interestingly, our author. Oh yeah. So this tokpa up here is the one that we talked about yesterday. 2 different kinds in Stanley's text, 3 different kinds in Stanley's text. Hey, who wants to make $100 and tell me the 3 different kinds in Stanley's text?
I can do it.
Uh-oh. Wait, how much money did I say?
$100.
Oh yeah, 3 kinds of tokpa from Stanley's text.
I heard Stanley volunteer.
Stanley's hiding under the table.
I can try. The first 2 is one is memory. One is what is the first one?
Denchi.
Ascertainment.
Yeah, ascertainment's good. Yeah, basically talking to yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
And what was that? And those 2 were wrong because he wanted you to do vitarka, which is what?
Noting, like general.
Wow. Hey, Xiaoping, send Mr. Chen $100. Okay.
So
he can buy gas for his race car. Okay.
So how did you describe all 3? I only heard 2.
So look. Why did he put tok if it's supposed to be, look here, down here, it says Yongsu Shepa, total knowledge. And then if you spell it like this, it means, in all 3 cases, it just means to think something and probably wrong. So let's check the Sanskrit, Nick. Dun, 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 dun.
I don't think this verse has Sanskrit, does it?
Wah, wah. Yeah. See, if you have the Sanskrit, you can check it and you can confirm whether the guy spelled it right in the Tibetan. Then what you can do, Nick, you go to the Tangyur and you look it up in our database. And I did that and it's still no S. Dang. Okay. So now the question now comes, did somebody mistype it or did somebody miscarve it? And they did not. Tell me why. The answer is down here, by the way.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
Wait, because if it was without the S, it would have been dong?
It would have been ching. It would have been ching.
Oh,
C-I-N-G. C-I-N-G, yeah. Yeah. Isn't that interesting? You can confirm that the author meant to put an S on it because of the and he used after it. Yep. It's kind of cool. Okay, it's kind of cool. So Geltsev Jace making an executive decision here. And he says, no, this should be the good talk. Okay, you guys are all wrong. All right.
Now I want to check a different Tengyur and see if like some other Tengyurs have a.
Yeah. Now, if you've got somebody like Nick and Kramer working for you, you can just send them an email and check the other Tengyurs. By the way, it doesn't hurt to go get the other Tengyurs and check them. Yeah.
We're inputting the Nartong Tengyur slowly.
Oh, great. I suspect you'll find that it doesn't have an S, and sometimes you can fudge it. Okay. Sometimes you can fudge it, so it's okay. Let's not pick on the original translators.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, let's check Nick's divisions here. I like it. I agree that I would not split Maha from Atma, and you can't anyway because it's too small. It's too short A's, so you couldn't split it without changing the meter. You couldn't say Maha Atma, right? So that's not splittable. Navirakta Nirashraya. Good. Ashraye Satiragashcha Viragashcha Upa. Yeah. So this is A and a U banged into each other, and we're not going to unbang them. Jayati, perfect. You did a perfect job here.
Geshe-la, official ruling is Visarga in translation does get left as an H.
Say again? Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you don't put an A after it. If you do, I'll spank you on my knee. I will bring you to my house and spank you on my knee. Nishrayaha.
First half is tempting.
Geshe-la, can I ask you about the Y?
By the way, it would ruin the meter. You can see that it would ruin the meter, right?
Yeah.
So.
Geshe-la, can I ask you
What's
about
that?
the Y in Naiva? The very first word, but up with the diacritics. If you look underneath that, spell checker thing, if you were to get rid of that, you would see that the tail on that Y has a little loop on it when none of the other Ys have little loops. So I'm wondering what the diacritic is there.
Oh, that's
Or is that just a kind of a mistake?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Let me take it out and see what happens.
It's just the font.
No,
oh, it's the font. It's a timed font. Sorry, it's the wrong font. It's the wrong font. Okay.
I see.
We just have to change the font.
Thank you. Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, that's why you're so valuable. I mean, that's one of the reasons.
Yeah.
You can spot a different font from like a mile away with a red
now
line.
It should be okay. Now it should be in Palatino. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Here we go. Please read, Nick, and translate. Yay. This is really exciting, you guys, because we're about to reach the verse that says, Yay. Okay. It's kind of building up.
Again, maybe we want to leave it like this, but we didn't go back and cover the previous verse. We did some commentary, but I don't think we actually did a translation together of the verse, which I'm happy to try to do on my own, given that we covered the commentary.
Yeah, you do it on your own. You do it on your own. You can do it on your own. Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
Where were we then? Okay.
Dechak sok
kewe nete gyungopo enpar zimpa. No, sorry, denpar zimpa jena tele dekampa namla dechak kewarn gyorla.
Okay. What's name mean here?
Let's see. Dechak so kewe at the point where desire and so forth have come about at that time?
No, it means like
or in the mind.
It could mean a situation where you could get desire, or it probably means more of an object. It means a locus. meaning a place where you could get desire about, okay?
Like a thing. you
Like,
would
I
get
don't
out of
know,
it, not desired.
a piece of pie or ice cream or stuff like that, okay?
That can
Okay.
definitely be, yeah.
What happened?
If you take this, sorry, if you have the proper gyu, which is ngupo demba zimba,
Believing something is true, is real. If you have the
What's
right
a gyu?
cause, which is to believe something is real.
Good. Then a derkamba is gonna get derkam. Dechak, sorry.
Yeah, a desire guy is gonna get desire.
Yeah. What if the cause were removed?
If the cause means the object, I guess.
No, the cause here was
Oh.
holding it to be self-existent.
Right. Then they wouldn't get desire.
What if you remove the cause?
No
Would you
desire.
not want it anymore?
Well, you wouldn't.
Would you start to not like ice cream?
That's a good question. No, you would still like ice cream, but you wouldn't crave it in the way where you think you wouldn't think of it the same way. So you wouldn't, the way that you like to put it in DCI is you wouldn't be willing to shove an old lady out of the way to get it.
Yeah, good. If you're willing to share the ice cream because you understand where it's coming from, that's pleasure and not desire. Okay? Got it? And that pleasure is an honest pleasure. Yay! God bless ice cream. Okay. Sorry for this next sentence. That's Gelsa, Jay. What can we do?
We're so close.
Oh, Tim, you gonna check this pronunciation?
Yes, I will try.
Okay.
All right. Mi tak pa gompe de chak tang jane. Timok ki ne par gyorwa shikna. Ngopo rangshin me par tokpe neme par tongwe dak ni chempo. Pakpanam ni dukpale chakpa me ching. Mi dukpar sungwe chakpatang jote. Timok ki ne pa yang min te. Nebe kuma drupe chir.
Okay, good. If you gomba me takpa,
Okay, if you habituate or if you meditate upon impermanence.
by the way, if he wanted to say habituate, how would he have spelled gomba?
You would have taken off the S.
The B and the S, no BS.
Oh,
Okay.
I'll never forget now.
Okay, good. Yeah. If you meditate on the impermanence, then you will lose your derchak. But you see, that's only a temporary fix, right?
Yeah.
So you'll lose derchak in many senses, but you won't lose derchak in the sense of not having of understanding emptiness, right? So when he talks, this is like kebu chungu in the
Right.
Lamrim.
Yeah.
Okay, you do those Lamrim practices. You meditate on how you're going to die with ice cream in your mouth, and okay, and then you lose that kind of desire, and then you're ready to lose a bigger kind of desire. Okay, he's giving a progression here. Okay, and then you shik is the past tense of jik.
Right. Destroy.
Yeah, if you destroy this idea that timuki nepagyo shikna, if you destroy the object in the sense that it's existing through misunderstanding it, okay, then you will understand that this ngopo is rangshin mepa.
This thing doesn't have any essence of its own.
And then you've seen ne me, and this is a joke going back to this ne, okay? Now,
Right. So he's saying nay for object every time. I mean, object, nay means object each time, right?
yeah, well, here ne me means reality. There's no reality, okay? Okay, so he's playing with the word ne.
Yeah.
All right. So you see there's no reality. Okay, ne me. You see that there's no reality. And that makes you a Dagni Chembo.
Mahatma.
Good. Or an Arya. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And they have Dukpa La or Le, doesn't matter. Chakpa Me.
They don't have any attraction toward nice things, toward nice objects.
And then they take them as Midukpa.
Okay, then they take them as unattractive.
Yeah.
And they're free of desire.
Yeah, I don't like that sentence.
It kind of goes back to the mistake that I made before, right? Like
what's kind of
what he was saying about them.
It's a regression. It's a regression to the lower, it's a regression to first turning of the wheel, really. I don't know why he's done it here. But anyway, okay. He's trying to make a parallelism to those three that he had before. Okay. Anyway, Timuki Nepa Yang Minte.
But Geshe-la, isn't the Dang Drel then free from?
Yeah, they're free from desire for because they consider things ugly, or that's very much a first turning of the wheel attitude. It's not self-nature or anything like that. It's just this Midukpa meditation, right? Where you pretend the whole world is falling apart.
Okay.
In a way, he's going in a circle. I don't know if he wants to. You see, he started off with lower school. Then he's coming back to lower school. And then he says, by the way, they also lose their ignorance. Okay.
Interesting. How did we resolve it? I mean, I'll have to look at the recording, but how did we resolve it above when we were talking about beings in the form and formless realm? Because it was a very similar sentence.
It was a similar sentence.
And I translated it kind of the way that we're translating this now.
Grammatically, that last section, grammatically, and it's difficult, but grammatically, you have to say people in the form and formless realm become, what do you call that? Disgusted.
Okay.
Or feel aversion for unpleasant objects. Okay.
Or lose their natural desire, you said?
Well, it's a kind of equivalent to a desire. So what he's saying is that if you're in the desire realm, your reaction to pleasant things is attachment. If you're in the form and formless realm, your reaction to unpleasant things is aversion.
Okay.
And then if you're an Arya, your reaction is knowledge. Okay.
Can we?
You see what I mean?
So, but would it make sense for us to try to say Chakpadang Drel as a version here as well? Probably not.
You could if you wanted to draw out the parallelism to his last section.
Yeah. It doesn't help us much.
If you really wanted to be a huge master, you could go down to the lecture notes of Gyaltsab and see if there was anything said about it.
Yeah.
So it's not an easy section. He's talking about the reaction to unpleasant things in the form and formless realm. Okay. And I think he's alluding back to it here. Yeah. But here it's a happy ending, right? You get rid of desire because you see things as unbeautiful, but that's a lower school. That's a lower method. So, and he just got finished talking about Aryas. Okay. Anyway.
He is specifically talking about Aryas here, isn't he?
He is. So I don't know. I think, if he was here, we could debate him, like the lady did about the cow pies. All right. Timoki Nepayang Minte. Things don't stay suffering out of ignorance because nepe gyu madrubichner, because
Managed
that
to cover.
that gyu, which is ignorance, is no longer present.
Yeah.
That's the gyu he mentioned in the opening here of holding things to be self-existent. Okay.
Yep.
Difficult. Good luck on that one. By the way, you should all celebrate. There should be, what do you call those things that you blow on New Year's Eve?
Noisemaker.
I don't think we have an
little
actual
thing.
name.
Yeah. Nick's about to finish his book. Juktu. Okay, here's the ending. Here's the ending. Yay.
A brief summary, right? Oh, two paragraphs.
Yeah. Juktu. Juktu. Juke, though, the juke part means the tail end.
Right,
Okay.
right.
So this is the juke. This is the juke that means the tail of a dog.
Right.
Okay. It's not enter at all. This juke means to close things up, to wrap things up. Okay. So we're gonna check your Sanskrit here. Viviktam iti yeshantu chalam. Yeah, this person split it, which we're not gonna do up yet.
I think
Shalom.
that person was me.
No, it wasn't you. I think I'm using the Beijing edition, and I think some people do split the Y and some people don't split the Y. Klesha Vyal.
You can join it together up above too.
Right. Okay. Tirnaste. I would split. I'm gonna say Bhava Saganam. Okay. Now listen, it's a compound. It wasn't meant to be split.
Yeah.
The
Ben and I were
purpose of us
discussing-
putting the Sanskrit in. Yeah, the
Just
purpose
before
of us
class, we
putting
were-
the Sanskrit in. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Just before
No,
class,
go
we were
ahead, go ahead.
discussing this. That's all.
Yeah, it's a tough point. I'm gonna vote for, and since it's a dictatorship, I would split everything you could possibly split, unless it's like Maha or something. Because the purpose of putting the Sanskrit in is to help students. Okay, it's not for scholars. It's for students to learn the native languages. That's why we put the Tibetan in the book. So we should facilitate it for them, and we should break up compounds even if they are almost single words now. What's the case in what's it Bhava Saga in? What's it mean, Bhava Sagara?
Ipegyato.
Yeah, which is
Ocean.
ocean.
Of existence.
This is the Sipa and Sipe Korlo.
Ocean of life. Ocean of existence.
Yeah. So I think it's splittable.
Do you think that we could use as a rule, if it's two nouns, it's splittable, but if it's an adjective and a noun like Mahatma, then we would keep it together?
I think we could go that way. Sometimes I feel like splitting off the adjective, but also, it's a judgment call, because in some cases, the adjective, it's just almost become a single word. It's like committee. You could split the com from MIDI, but it's just become a single word. So. And then your Sanskrit has to be good enough to say this is a single word, and you're gonna get hassled by university scholars. But by the way, I don't think the university scholar system is going to survive much longer. I think there's at least 50 Sanskrit scholars I know who can't find a position in a university, and the whole system of that whole system, I don't think it's going to survive. I don't think it's going to survive. Of that the only translators are people in a university or something. I don't think it's going to survive. Okay. Well, oh yeah.
2 minutes, boss.
Oh,
I'll tell you something. The last line here, first of all, there's 4 lines when there's 5 lines when there should be 4.
Huh.
Second of all, the last line repeats the 4th line. May I cross the ocean of samsara? Okay. Take out the mise. Okay.
uh-huh.
And then the last line says, may I cross the ocean of samsara?
Weird.
And the last line is not in the Tengyur.
Okay.
Okay. I think Gyaltsab was looking at 2 different translations of Nagarjuna, and he wrote in both lines to give himself options, and he forgot to take one out. Okay, because they're the same Sanskrit translated by 2 different guys. You see, and in Gyaltsab's time, they were still arguing about which Tibetan to use, so they didn't have a mixed nuts, so they didn't know which one was automatically superior. So, I would you got to check some other editions, Nick.
Okay.
Okay. As far as his commentary, what does he use?
Again, we know that 5th line is not just a part of his commentary because it has the double shay at the end.
No, I'll tell you something interesting. The double shay means he's at the end of his book. The next thing is the Gewa Di Kiwokun. The double shay is to alert you that he's done with his book. So that has a purpose. But I think he was mulling over which version to use, and then they didn't take it out.
And you're talking about the only difference being whether there's a euro at the end?
Well, it's the same translation, really, except for the mise. It's the same translation.
Yeah. So the mise is not anywhere till the end of the book.
It's the Gora. It's the Gora. You see? So the mise is in the Sanskrit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another reason why we should take the 4th line and dump the 5th line. But I want you to check some other editions. Okay, go find 2 or 3 other editions of Gyaltsab and check this line.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. By the way, I did not insert the Tibetan. That was already in the carving.
Right. Yeah. Our Tengyur has only one of these lines.
Yeah, the Tengyur doesn't have the last line.
All right. Okay. Sorry.
And that has one more beat in it than the other 4 lines.
Tipe Gyaltso Gel work. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't work anyway. Or maybe he was being cute and saying, "Yay, get away from the ocean, get away from the ocean." I don't know. Check another.
That's what I was wondering.
Check another edition. Okay. All right.
We're over time, Geshe-la.
Okay. Tirnas means to cross. That's the Gelwa. Okay. That means cross over the ocean. Okay. And Viala means a snake. I looked it up. I don't know these words. Drool is snake. And Klesha is Klesha. Kula, I guess, is mixed up or confused here. Okay. Cool.
Cool.
All right, we'll stop here. It's exciting to find such a strange thing. We'll work it out. You got to check other editions, okay?
Okay.
But you did a great job. You did an almost perfect job on the Sanskrit, and you did like a 95% job on your translation. It was really good. It was really, really good. So
thanks for checking it. I think it's a cool thing that we'll be doing that now because I think it'll help us a lot.
I think you guys are ready to go for it. I think you guys are ready to go for it.
Maybe you should see what we do first besides just Nick.
I think I can smell everyone's ready for it, you know. And, you know, that it was perfect. I mean, the one line that we weren't sure, that's a very confusing statement. So, yeah. Yeah, but that's so Gyaltsen Day, right?
Yeah. Thank you guys.
By the way, just to make you the best book I think for you to go on to next, there's two choices in my mind. One is the Suhurleka, which is the letter to a friend. Suhurd, right? Good heart friend. And then the other is the Rinchen Tenwa, which is the string of precious jewels. And the Suhurleka is a proto-Lamrim. Right. It's good enough to be a Lamrim. Randhawa's commentary is unbelievable. Tsongkhapa's teacher. But the Rinchen Tenwa is a lot more deep. And it's much more popular among lamas in history. And there's a great commentary by Gyaltsen Day. But it's much easier. Okay.
Didn't Rinpoche already translated Randhawa's?
He did Randhawa's, but the English is not.
Okay.
It's not something that people can use right now. I think in it's not normal English. So you know, but it is a classic. It's a true classic. And Randhawa's commentary at the time, the only copy we could find was handwritten. So we have other options now, you know. But I would, if it was me, I would go to the Rinchen Tenwa. It's a larger work, and it's much deeper, and it's quoted by almost everybody. So
cool.
But we can talk about it. Yeah.
It sounds awesome. All right. Well, thank you very much. And let's take a 5-minute break, right?
Yeah. Who's up next?